Welcome back, FEMA personnel, to Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut. Last time, we had a delightful romp through a FEMA facility, and no one was aware of our presence except for a man by the name of Barrett. Of course, he met an untimely end, thanks to gas and explosives, and of course his own turrets, depending on which reality you saw. Also, you may wonder where the hell I got the code for this thing from, even though I'm hacking it. I found it during our penetration testing on, I think, video 3? Anyway, of course I'm hacking it because this thing's a level 5, and I want that 125 experience. It's a big deal. Let me see if I can get lucky twice. I got past one of these 5 nodes, 55% detection. Nope. Well, that's fine. I already got all the things.
Access granted.
We get 500 V-Bucks and 125 experience points. And we have another praxis point. In this little location, which I think is part of the neuropazine theft thing, we have stun gun, a couple of stun gun dart things for it. We have typhoon ammo, revolver rounds, rounds for the sniper rifle, for the combat rifle, tranq darts, and an ammunition count upgrade. So of course you don't want to miss this place. Now of course last time we were going to get debriefed by Seraph, but before we do that, Bridget has something very important to talk to us about. It is so important that he wanted us to race to him first before we go and talk to Seraph. I've never really seen him this agitated before. Alright, we'll take the short route because of course I can jump really high now. It's very nice to be able to jump high. Hey there, Bridget.
What do you want?
As much as I hate to admit it, I need your help. That signal you shut down in DRB territory. It's been active for almost a year.
You're telling me someone outside this company has had access to our network since before the first attack?
I've detected intrusions before and shut them down swiftly every time. But whoever designed this particular algorithm is good. Very good.
You've told Seraph?
See, here's the thing. The intrusions were possible because of a backdoor access into our security system that I never even knew existed.
The one Sanders' team used to get inside our plant.
I've worked here for 7 years, Jensen, and this is the first time I've seen that particular access route. David Sarif created it specifically to bypass the firewall. He's hiding something, and I think you should find out what it is.
Why me?
Because, as far as I can tell, Sarif created that access and was streaming a lot of data through it shortly after your ex-girlfriend suggested he hire you.
Of course, okay. Well, of course I want to know about this whole access point thing. I am the head of security, and it sounds like this thing is kind of pivotal in those whole attacks we've had on our complex. So I'm gonna put the screws to Mr. Seraph and find out what this is all about. As soon as I reach the top of this damn thing. There we go. Oh, hello everybody.
Excuse me.
Mr. Jensen, isn't it?
Sir, you have that charity dinner?
In a moment, Isaiah. I was hoping I might run into you, Mr. Jensen. Bill Taggart.
The founder of the Humanity Front. I know who you are.
Yes. Yes, I imagine you do. As David Sarah's top security man, I imagine you have quite the file on me. But I assure you, Mr. Jensen, I am devastated by recent events.
Really?
I do not support what you and your company are doing to mankind. I believe it's extremely dangerous. But abolishing human enhancement technologies will only be achieved through legal means.
I'll keep that in mind.
This is your first day back since the accident 6 months ago, isn't it?
Sir, we have to go.
What happened to me was no accident.
Ah, my mistake. But it must have been stressful facing down a second incident so soon. I imagine it brought back all kinds of unpleasant memories.
So we could keep our cool or be an asshole. We'll be an asshole.
My memories are none of your damn business, Taggart.
Did I hit a nerve? Forgive me. It's my nature as a psychologist, I suppose, to want to ask the difficult questions. You see, I find that ignoring them doesn't make them go away. You might want to keep that in mind. Now, if you'll be so kind as to excuse me.
We could let him leave. We could challenge him. Or we could just question him.
I'm curious about something, Mr. Taggart. What is it you hope to accomplish by coming here tonight?
I would think that would be obvious. Your company has been viciously targeted. The violence and bloodshed that's occurred, it must be stopped. But I'm afraid it won't be until men of wisdom and understanding come to an agreement.
About what?
About the future, Mr. Jensen. This enhancement technology threatens to change the course of human evolution, to redefine what it even means to be human. You think governments can afford to let that go unregulated?
You can't stop progress, Mr. Taggart.
Perhaps not. But neither can we afford to sit by and watch it happen on its own. Not when we have the ability, the collective will, and foresight to influence it.
I see. Thank you for illuminating me.
Anytime.
Man, this is still America, and we still have the Second Amendment. So we're gonna be able to bear arms, whether they be ballistic or cybernetic, and you're just gonna have to deal with it, Mr. Taggart. Anyway, we have another guy here with a name, so let's go ahead and talk to him.
You're Taggart's aide, aren't you? Dr. Isaiah Sandoval, isn't it?
No need to play ignorant, Mr. Jensen. I am quite sure you have a file on me that's as thick as the one you have on Mr. Taggart.
You're an outspoken activist in your own right, Dr. Sandoval.
When you have seen the things that I have, you find you have no choice but to stand up and be counted. Frankly, I am surprised an ex-cop like yourself isn't more disturbed by the dangers of this technology.
Augmentations help a lot of people, Doc. Handicapped, war vets.
Yes, but at what cost? My own friend had his
friend?
life ruined by these so-called enhancements of yours. A man much like you who had no choice but to become augmented. Yet once he was... Too much power can make you do terrible things, Mr. Jensen. I suggest you think long and hard on that.
Tell me about your own friend.
I'd like to hear more about your friend, Dr. Sandoval. What exactly did he do?
Nothing.
Was he injured in the Gulf?
He went on a rampage in a shopping mall, if you must know, hoping to be gunned down by the police, rather than face a lifetime battling augmentation addiction.
He was addicted to augments?
They don't talk about it in those corporate brochures of yours, do they?
Well, they talk about it in the e-books.
Neuropathy dependency, rejection psychosis. Any number of physical and psychological ills have resulted from this technology, and yet we rarely hear a word about them.
I'm sure the literature is out there.
No thanks to the throng of corporate lawyers attempting to stop it.
Your friend, did he succeed? Did he suicide by cop?
No. Bill Taggart talked him down.
Good job there, Bill. You saved some lives that night. And here I thought you were just an asshole. Speaking of which, David Seraph, everybody.
Boss, we need to talk.
Is something wrong?
I'm not sure. Did you set up a private access route to bypass the company firewall right before you hired me?
I what?
Bridget said someone's been using it to access our system since before the first attack. The security measures he and I set in place never stopped them because we didn't even know the loophole existed.
Oh, I see. Frank's fixed that, though, right?
He has now, but he's wondering why you never mentioned it.
Frank's paranoid, Adam. You know that. Can a busy man forget things once in a while?
You streamed an awful lot of data through that portal, boss. Right before you brought me on board. Preacher may be paranoid, but I gotta admit, I'm wondering what was in it too.
Yeah, as an ex-cop, I guess you would. But the important thing is you found the hole and plugged it. We're secure now. And the information you uncovered in that FEMA facility may actually help us track these guys. So let's just stay focused on what's important.
You know what, boss? You're right. I mean, we should not change the subject like, a condescending asshole. We should focus on what's important.
I want to, believe me. I want to catch these guys as badly as you do. But that breach is responsible for every security crisis we've had, including today's. If you want me to stop these guys, I need to know what kind of data they've had access to.
You're right. I'm sorry if I seem evasive. The truth is, I've had a lot of other things on my mind. I'm trying to secure a future here for all of mankind. I can't let trivial security concerns get in the way when people like Bill Taggart want to see me fail. No, you're my best warrior, Adam. And I trust you. I know the loyalty you've shown me will only continue as we take this fight into the future. Because that's what's really important, isn't it? The future.
No, what's important is actually staying on topic, you son of a bitch.
Boss, I think we're getting sidetracked here. If you want me to win this war for you, I need to know how badly we've been compromised. I need to know what was in that data stream. in case our enemies accessed it.
You think they could have? I see your point, son. That might be bad. Look, I'm not gonna share every single detail of this data with you. As CEO of this company, there are things I can't release, even to you, Frank, or Athena. I consider us all a team here, but we each have our own roles to fill. I decide who gets trusted with what, and in this case, you're just gonna have to do your job without knowing all the facts. Megan said you could roll with the punches. Proof she was right.
You fucking son of a bitch. What does Megan have to do with any of this?
Megan? Boss, what does Megan have to do with any of this? I thought we were discussing a security breach.
No, Adam. You were discussing it. I just told you it's time to move on. I can understand why the mention of Megan's name gets your hackles up. She did break your heart after all. But the data I streamed was a routine, fact-finding check carried out after one of our many late-night discussions, and I don't see how knowing the content of it will make you better equipped for your job. Honestly, Adam, you're starting to appear as jealous as Frank. Just trust me with this one.
Well, instead of giving me the fucking runaround, you know, this thing I can't really trust you with because, you know, it kind of had us attack twice. You know, it's sort of a big fucking deal. And as the head of security, I kind of need to know about holes. You got any more back doors that you want to tell me about?
I would like nothing better than to trust you with this, boss. But trust is a two-way street, and the way you've handled this entire conversation so far makes me think that it's you who isn't trusting me. Why, boss? What is it you're so afraid to tell me?
Adam, of course I trust you, son. And it's not that I'm afraid to tell you the truth. It's just that, honestly, I'm afraid you'll take it the wrong way.
Yeah.
All right. Look, the truth is, I set up a confidential data channel for a private investigator, someone who can run covert background checks on people, potential new recruits, like you.
You what?
I had to, Adam. You were a liability, remember? You'd just been fired from SWAT. Now, Megan believed in you, but I had to be sure. Look, I don't want this to come between us. I'll send the files to your computer. You can see for yourself what he dug up. But Adam, you'd better be sure.
Why? What do you mean?
I mean, sometimes the past should stay in the past. Once you see that data, you can't unring the bell. When you're ready, come back and talk to me. We need to discuss our next move.
Man, he had me scared there for a second. I thought he was going to no-sell me. But we did a good job. We got our silver tongue and are getting things done, giving us an additional 2,000 experience points. The actor does a great job there of just making him sound like a whiny little bastard, doesn't he? Yeah. Also, if you have the social enhancement upgrade, you can actually use like alpha pheromones to say, I quit. And he's like, no, Adam, I love you. Don't quit. I can change. Anyway, let's look at those emails. So we have one from Brent Radford to a frenetic pony. So if it wasn't obvious up till now, if it wasn't revealed in any of the other emails I looked at, frenetic pony, David Seraph. Anyway, I had a friend at GeneView Labs run a test off the records like you asked. Does your subject know that neither of his parents are his birth parents? What? That surprised me. The mother was sterile, according to the old medical records I dug up. But his dad carries no common phenotypes either. See for yourself. So Adam Jensen apparently adopted. Probability of parentage, 0%. And now we have another email chain. This one goes from Lucius to Brent, back to Frenetic Pony. Brent, it wasn't easy, but I finally backtracked some of Margie and Arthur Jensen's past through their medical files. Arthur Jensen had enough connections through his old Desert Storm buddies turned security consultants to have certain records pulled, which is why the family is a ghost. but he couldn't hide Margie's records. For a period of 8 years, Arthur relied on his insurance policy from his then-employer, White Helix Labs, to pay for his wife's medication. She was on antidepressants since age 14 and needed regular prescriptions. When White Helix Labs burned down, all of its files and employment records were lost, and the Jensens stayed invisible mostly. Here's the thing. One minute, Adam doesn't exist, and the next, the Jensens have themselves a bouncing and healthy 5-year-old. And that's when they pull their vanishing act. So on a hunch, I sniffed around some more, and sure enough, the Jensen had tried adopting kids from several Michigan agencies. But Margie was deemed unfit as a parent. Next thing you know, they have Adam though. There's no real trail saying how that he was placed in their hands. Hope that helps. Lucius. And our final email, from Brent to Frenetic Pony, Jensen's Psych Evaluation. Mr. Seraph, I found Adam Jensen's psych evaluation following the SWAT incident with the augmented teen. I managed to sneak a look at the folder, but I couldn't copy it, at least not yet, because we have that sort of technology in the future where we can read things, but for some reason when we read those things we can't write them down somewhere else. Great technology there in the future. I'll be honest with you, the psych eval doesn't paint a pretty picture. It mentions the problems with authority figures, a disregard for the chain of command, anger management issues, and a potential post-traumatic stress disorder. Here's the thing. When you hired me, you said you wanted me to read between the lines, so here it is. The evaluation reads like fiction. I'm thinking a pissed-off supervisor wanted Jensen off the force, and had the evaluation worded to read like just cause. But most of the rank and file I spoke to respected and even liked Jensen. They thought he was a straight shooter, even though the SWAT incident soured his reputation a little bit. Still, even my source liked him enough to want to keep his psych eval buried. Brent. We also have a few more emails on here, which I think I missed. This is about the neuropazine theft, which of course we've already resolved. We got another code for an office we've already hacked. And before I leave, I'd like to leave some of all this crap in here, so I think I'll poop out all my grenades. Leave them in my chair. It seems like a safe place, right? There you go. I was gonna say, where'd the other EMP grenade go? I did drop my other EMP grenade. Oh no, they're on top of each other. Okay. That's fine.
Athena tells me you spoke to Seraph. Did he happen to tell you why he made us look like idiots?
I'm handling it.
You can imagine how relieved I am to hear that. I'll tell you what. While you follow any lead Seraph spoon-feeds you, I'm going to do what I should have done in the first place and backtrace that signal.
That's your pride talking. Still, get back to me if you find something.
You meant when?
Pretty sure I didn't.
Someday this camaraderie is gonna bug, right? Right? It's gonna bug. It's gonna bud. Anyway, now we've gotten that down, we need to go ahead and tie up some loose ends, folks. Remember, we have one side quest that's still pending, which is for Jenny Alexander, the lady of the night who was actually working out in front of Jensen's, in front of his apartment building. And she charged us on getting information and whatnot on a OMalley, which we have done. We need to go find her. She's still in her same place. So we'll go ahead and cut through the subway real quick. Gonna say, I don't think there's anything else other than that we have to do. I do want to make a stop by our apartment so we can get rid of some of these upgrades we've accumulated. We have 2 ammo count upgrades. I'm gonna slap on our pistol. Kids are still dancing away. Of course they are. Why wouldn't they be dancing away? Hey there, everybody. Alright, she should be fairly close now. I love being able to fall from any height. Alright, which way am I going? I think it's down this street. I don't even need to look at my map, I think I know. This will also get rid of our crossbow, which I don't really need. It's not the only one in the game either. You just need to know where to look. Alright, Jenny, are you... You're not in this cluster. Are you around here? Did I miss you? I think I missed her. God damn it. Jenny. Actually, I have her. There, she's got an X on the radar. There you go.
Did you get everything? We have to get that son of a bitch, Jensen.
I think I have everything.
Excellent, Jensen. I knew I could trust you. You identified the shipment completely unnoticed, and my guys got their hands on Double T. Awesome job. What else you got?
Well, I got the motive.
I think OMalley's plan was to start a controlled gang war between the derelict road ballers and the Motor City bangers. You might want to check into that.
Really? All right, I'll keep that in mind when I review all the evidence.
We have the crossbow, which we could lie and keep, but we'll go ahead and give it to her.
Here's the weapon used in the dealer's murder. Hope you can make good use of it.
You bet, big boy. I've got a feeling OMalley's guy will become a lot more receptive to interrogation once he knows I can pin this murder on him.
This murder that never happened. Anyway, I got some additional evidence.
I paid a little B&E visit to OMalley's apartment. I found a stash of illegal drugs. Not much, but enough to get him convicted.
Great work. Found something else?
I managed to hack into his personal account. I think you might want to check any connection OMalley has with FEMA. There's definitely something going on there.
Good. The more dirt we dig up on that asshole, the better our chances to put him away for good. Got anything else?
No, that about covers it.
Well, that's it. You did a great job. Here's the stuff I promised you. We've got more than enough to nail him now, and I want to make a move before that son of a bitch gets wise. But I ain't got no backup, and I doubt he'll go down peacefully. You've already done the bulk of the job. You want to put the finishing touches on yourself?
Oh, sure.
It'll be my pleasure.
Perfect. My contact tells me OMalley's gone back to his apartment. Go get him. I'll be waiting for you in the alley near the building once you've taken care of that scumbag.
And of course, we got another ammunition count upgrade because we need another one. Thank you. Thank you, Xander, very much. Also, I failed to mention why the heck we went through all that little conversation with Seraph and whatnot. And reading our emails off of our PC, it's important for triggering a side quest later in the game. If we didn't do this now, or do that now, it actually would not occur, which would be a shame, because I want to show you so much in this game, so much. Anyway, right now we're going up to our apartment so I can get rid of some of these upgrades by slapping them on my pistol. Someone asked me why the hell I'm even doing this to the pistol. Well, I may eventually use it for a boss fight, maybe.
Welcome home, Mr. Jensen.
Thank you, house. Anyway, here's our pistol. Go ahead and slap our upgrades on it. Combine. 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 I say combine, you. There you go. Now we got our very own super pistol. Let's go ahead and pick up some ammo for it. If I can pry it from under that. Nope. I guess I'll just pick up that too. Why not? Go ahead and set that on the table. Don't need you. Or you. Oh, we didn't even have a tranq rifle yet. Soon. Soon. Alright, we'll go ahead and get this load up from 10 to 19 rounds. That's fairly significant, right? Also, I never displayed how awesome this thing is. So we have two people here.
System. See you soon, Mr. Jensen.
She didn't even notice. Didn't even notice. Unless they actually see the body hit the floor, they probably won't notice. They can also hear it hit the floor. These people don't have anything. Hopefully I quick save before this, otherwise we're gonna have a problem. I think I did. I think I did. Good, 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 good. Okay. Well, the pistol's all good to go, so let me jump up here. Might as well leave the pistol up here, right? Go ahead and drop that. And that. I'll be back for you later, okay? And I'll bring out my peps for no reason. I don't like it sitting right on top of it. I may miss it next time. I'm very unobservant. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Gonna put this away. Now we've done that, I guess we'll go take care of Mr. OMalley for Jenny. Which really isn't that big a deal. We'll find him at the Tyndall apartment complex. At least that's what I'm gonna call it. You remember that place. We've actually been in his apartment many times already. The first time I went there when I was on my hacking spree. The second time we went there, I picked up a thing of drugs and I hacked his computer. That was actually after we picked up the side quest. You may also remember as the apartment a floor below the one that had the free praxis kit in it, which is a pretty significant thing. So, I mean, if you're gonna remember anything, remember that, right? Alright, so we need to get over there. The best route would probably be through this. I can take the quick route. Because, of course, I am Super Jumps McFlex now. Jumps McFlex. Right. Alright. Run up here, go under this. Of course, these guys are still knocked out. Keep on moving. Wish there was a window I could jump into. Unfortunately, I can't jump through ceilings. That would be a hell of a time saver, wouldn't it? Nope, I gotta go all the way around, up the stairs. Through this door, and here we go. Hey there, OMalley, how you doing? Gonna get close to you for no particular reason.
Mr. Jensen. Don't know why I didn't recognize you the first time. Here to make sure your treachery is complete.
Alright, so we could fight, or be disdainful, or be cooled.
You play a dangerous game, OMalley. Manipulating people, killing them. What's happening here shouldn't come as a surprise. It's an inevitable consequence.
In the end, it seems you and I aren't so different, Mr. Jensen. You too seem to consider this world only through cold, hard facts.
Like a machine.
Whatever. I'm here to arrest you. I strongly suggest you consider a peaceful resolution.
I'm afraid I won't be able to comply, Mr. Jensen. But allow me to make you a different offer.
I'm listening.
I'm listening.
I don't resent you for what you did. You played your cards and alliances well, and it's something I can respect. Still, it doesn't mean that I accept defeat. I'm willing to transfer to you a rather enviable sum in exchange for my freedom.
Nah, I don't need your money.
I don't think so. No more games. You're going down.
So be it.
Hey, I'm behind you just in case you didn't know. If you do actually agree to take the money from him, you'll get, 5,000 V-Bucks if I remember correctly. But we don't need to do that. He also dropped a pistol. He doesn't actually have the money on his person, which is sort of a shame. But I guess you can't get everything in life. I mean, it'd be kind of cheating if you could get both rewards, right? Alright, so let's head back to Jenny. She's actually not in the same location this time. She's standing right out here. Like she told us she was gonna be.
So? What happened?
Well, I completed the quest.
He looked a bit tired and it made him grumpy. He's asleep now. All that's left to do is go in there and cuff him.
I've always liked your style, Jensen. I know I've said it a couple of times already, but thanks. You've done a really good thing today. It's been a pleasure working with you again. Just like old times, eh? Good luck with... well, whatever it is your cute ass is working on these days.
You know my cute ass is made out of metal, right? At least now it is. Either way, we've had a pretty full day, folks. Everything that we've done since, you know, we got back on the job has occurred in, less than 24 hours. We resolved a hostage situation. We've done several side quests. We've gone through a gang's territory. We've gone through a FEMA facility. I've gone the wrong way. It's been a very full day. A very full day. And we went from a noob to like a super elite hacker. We went from barely getting off the ground to going, you know, 3 meters into the air. We got our Icarus landing system. So I'd say it was a pretty good day. Most people don't have days so full of adventure and accomplishment. Not a bad day back on the job, on the beat. Anyway, we're going to go talk to Seraph, since of course he wanted us to talk to him after we got all of our stuff done, which is important. This was our last chance to wrap up all of our side quests before we transition to a brand new area. Alright, is it... here we go. We'll use this one over here.
A secret prison camp hidden in Highland Park? You've got to be kidding me.
More likely than you think. I was there. They didn't know I was there, though.
Oh, and Felix.
Because I'm awesome. Try to remember what the fuck I was going to talk to you guys about in this. There's too many elevator rides, I tell you what. We're actually going to skip the one down from here. Because we're not going to stay in Seraph's office. I'm just going to give you a heads up, a spoiler. A spumbler, maybe. Alright, asshat, I'm back.
Here, this is for you. It's a corporate passport encoded with your biometrics. I've set up a false flag routing which should get you to Henshaw Island without any problems.
You're sending me to China? What about FEMA?
FEMA's got nothing to do with this, trust me. We'll have better luck in China.
How can you say that? I saw the bastard who killed Megan pulling his men out of that facility. I left one of those men dead in its underground storage bay.
I know that, Adam. Frank was monitoring the whole thing. So I also know that before he died, that man gave you an address in China. I want you to check it out.
That doesn't make any sense.
Look, Adam. There's a reason this company's under attack. You think it has to do with the typhoon or with some other top-secret military project that I haven't told you about?
The thought had crossed my mind.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. The work Megan's team was doing before they were killed, it was redefining what it means to be human. This company, Seraph Industries, was about to lead mankind to its next stage in human development. Self-controlled evolution. Can't you see how scary that can be to some people?
Sure. I also see how lucrative it can be for some others.
It's never been about money for me, Adam. But you're right. There are people out there who don't exactly feel the same.
Like who?
I'm hoping you'll be able to find that answer for us in China. So get going. Farida's prepping the chopper.
So there you go, folks. Next time, we're heading to China. I could let you endure this whole nice elevator ride, but you know what? I'll be nice. You don't need to sit here in the elevator with me. I'll meet you back at the helipad.